Straight ahead on Weather Center, severe weather watches are posted up the middle of the country tonight. In just a minute, we'll pinpoint the areas most at risk.
Meanwhile, take a look at what people in eastern Washington today found. Some areas received more than a foot of snow. Airway Heights, a suburb of Spokane, got between 3 and 4 inches. Details on what you can expect tonight just ahead. Good evening and welcome to Weather Center. I'm Jennifer Lopez along with Warren Madden.
Thanks for stopping in with us tonight. Paul Emick taking the night off. We've got your forecast on the way. First, though, we begin with the severe weather, and we do have some very nasty storms going on out there, especially across Kansas into Missouri right now. And we wanted to get right to the heart of the matter and start talking about what's going on here by bringing in our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes.
One of the storms that's just east of Dodge City has already had 6 sightings of tornadoes by chasers and spotters out in that area. The chasers, when they go, they like to look in an area of what they call a triple point. In this case, that would be an intersection of 3 fronts or boundaries. One of these today is a rain-cooled outflow boundary. I've shown here as a small-scale cold front. This is large-scale cold or warm front, and then the brownish dry line. They're all coming together very close to the Dodge City area. And that's where we have had those sighted tornadoes. As I put the large-scale radar in motion, you'll see we do have 2 severe thunderstorm watches, one for parts of eastern Nebraska and Iowa, and another for southwest Missouri and southeast Kansas. Strong storms in there, and then a tornado watch farther west in Kansas and northwest Oklahoma. We do have tornado in there. The visible satellite picture shows that these storms have just exploded. You see the darker shadows here where the very tall overshooting tops of the very updraft portions of the storm are casting shadows down on the lower anvil clouds. Here we see the storm that has had the sighted tornadoes. The tornado is in this little hook-shaped area right here at that juncture of the 3 counties. Tornado warning for Ford and Edwards County, Kiowa County. There have been 6 sightings on this. The last time was 617, 4 miles north-southeast of Windhorst. The storm is nearly stationary, moving northeast at 10 miles per hour. Watch out if you're in the area just to the east and northeast of the Windhorst area. Then we have this storm just to the south of Wichita. As I came on air, the tornado warning for Sumner County had expired, but you can still see that there is a circulation, a bit of a hook echo there, just east of I-35 now in the Dalton and Oxford area. So I'd be on the lookout there in central and eastern Sumner County. And moving into Cowley County, there is a severe thunderstorm warning there. Farther to the north, the northeast portion of Sumner County, you could be getting large hail. Farther to the east, you see there are some storms also, and one of those is coming right into Joplin, Missouri now. This one indicates large hail, the possibility of damaging winds, might knock down trees and power lines, even cause some other damage as well. Severe thunderstorm warning for Barton, Jasper, Newton counties in Missouri. That's right in the Joplin area. And then you see this bow-shaped echo. That's up in Hickory County, Missouri. And the tail of that extends down into Polk County. No warnings yet for that, but could be getting some gusty winds there as well. Along that central portion of Missouri, these storms are training. Lots of heavy rains taking place there. And up in South Dakota, we are getting lots of storms. Some of them have had small hail. We do have now a tornado warning for Cowley County. Strong rotation 15 miles north of Arkansas City over Oxford. And the storm moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. Now let's go back to the studio in Warren.
All right, thanks very much, Dr. Forbes. Very busy night here across parts of Kansas into Missouri, and big temperature contrast along this front. We still have temperatures around 70 degrees in Des Moines, but you head up into the Dakotas, it's in the mid-30s right now with some snow falling. So big time differences out there. Here's the overall picture. Raining a bit heavily here into central Minnesota, heading north toward Duluth. Minneapolis is all to your north, but as you're tracking up 94 through St. Cloud, heading toward Fargo, you'll run into some showers, and also up 35 toward Duluth. Now, as we look to tomorrow, more severe weather, unfortunately, could be in the offing from Chicago back through Des Moines, down to Kansas City, and reaching south and westward rather, toward Tulsa. So not out of it yet, and still dealing with some snow as we look back into the Dakotas. That snow has been very prevalent here across Montana today. We've seen a lot of it. In some cases, close to a foot of white stuff has come down here in early May. Yeah, it may be snow, but we do need the moisture. We never really got a lot of precipitation this winter, so at least now we're making up for it a bit, even though it's a bit gloppy to try to shovel through. Right now, looking at temperature, only 29 in Cut Bank, 30 84 in Billings. Meanwhile, 86 in Las Vegas, and a bit on the cool side in San Diego at 59. And looking ahead to tomorrow, a bit windy in San Francisco at 68 degrees. And watch out in Denver, maybe some showers in the afternoon with a high up to about 57 degrees. Time to head back to the eastern U.S., where here too we have some problems with severe weather. With that, here's Jennifer.
As we look into the east, we're finding a front pushing through, and out ahead of this front, we do have some stronger thunderstorms invading the Carolinas as well as into southern Virginia. But this front is also pushing rain across upstate New York. And let's look into this region. We're getting the thunderstorms now being reported into Elmira up to Ithaca over into Glens Falls. We're also getting rain, all going to be moving to the east and into Albany. Could be reaching New York City by later on tonight, which is some very light rain in your forecast. Here's where the severe weather is. We have severe thunderstorm watches, or rather warnings out for cells that are just moving across the Chesapeake, the southern half of the Chesapeake, moving into Norfolk. So be on the lookout into Sussex County as well as into Northampton County for severe thunderstorm warnings. Then once we move into the Piedmont and North Carolina, boy, some very strong thunderstorms just to the west of you in Charlotte. Gaston County underneath the warning, as well as into eastern Cleveland County. Severe thunderstorm warnings posted for you, about to move into the Kings Mountain area. So light rain through this region tonight, but then it's all out of here by tomorrow. Things not as hot as they were today, into the low 70s across New York City. We can't even buy rain here across the southeast, but what we can buy is some very hot temperatures, especially into Florida. We are starting to notice some severe weather into the Midland, Texas area, where temperatures are soaring into the 90s. We'll look for thunderstorms across Texas tomorrow.